Okay, Chrysanthemum, why you turn your back to behind? Okay. Hey, oh no. Oh yeah. Suami. Okay. Yesterday I told you, today we are going to do bisectors. Then you half squat lor. Cyrus, where's your compass? Then stand up lah. You think the rest they happily standing because they like standing? Oh. Okay. So drawing the bisector is a technique. The technique itself is very easy, but it's not enough to know the technique. What is more important is understanding the idea behind it. Okay? Okay, so the idea that we'll use is we are going to use the idea of either a rhombus. Do you all still remember what is a rhombus? Rhombus, every side the same. Like a square like that. But a square is always 90 degrees. But rhombus, the angles opposite are the same, but they don't need to be all the same. Okay? Stand properly. Okay. So when you have a rhombus, we are learning congruent and similarity. So when we have a rhombus, actually if I split this rhombus into two, we actually have two congruent triangles. Okay? And when we have these two congruent triangles, the perpendicular bisector between the diagonal, it will actually be good lah. It's good to feel weird. Okay. So we have congruent triangle. So can you see that this distance, this height must be the same as this height? Congruent. So this distance definitely same as this distance. Okay? That is the same for a kite. A kite means these two sides same, these two sides same. So they are actually a pair of congruent triangle. So again, it will cut these two into equal pieces. Okay? So this is why when we are drawing bisector. Now, what does bisector means? Bi means two. Okay? Sector means you cut it up into segments, sectors. So, we are actually dividing something into two parts. So that is the meaning of bisector. Dividing into two equal parts. Okay? So if I have a line I want to cut this line equally into two parts, meaning I want to cut somewhere at the center. But for ancient or mathematic terms, actually don't have ruler one. We don't have everyone have a ruler. So there is no way to go and measure and then divide by 2. Okay? So the only way to draw a bisector or a perpendicular bisector, perpendicular means 90 degrees. So the only way to draw a perpendicular bisector is we try to construct a rhombus. Then if I have a rhombus, these 2 points join together, it will bisect this into 2 equal parts and it will be a 90 degrees. Okay? So how we draw a rhombus? We use a compass, because when I set my compass to the same length, then when I put one end of the compass here, the other end of the compass is the pencil, I can draw a circle. Sorry, let me draw bigger. I can draw a circle around this point. So this is like my center, and I can draw a circle. Then we come back. Hey, why you all sit down already? Stand properly. Okay, then we come back to the idea of a circle. Circle, everywhere on the circumference is the same distance from the center. No, stand properly. Okay? Stand properly. Meaning, this point is the same distance from O, this point is the same distance from O, this point is the same distance from O. Okay? So now, after I have an arc like that, every point here is the same distance from here. If now I keep the distance on the compass the same, now I put the center on this part. Then again I draw another arc. Now this arc, every point on this arc, same distance from here. Meaning, at the point where they intersect, this point will be the same distance from this center, and it will also be the same distance from this center. Meaning, when I join them together, these two will be the same distance. Okay? If I have two of these, then it will form a rhombus, and then it will be a perpendicular bisector that cuts this into 2 equal parts. Okay? So in practice, Louis, you got bring compass or not? Huh? Louis, where's your compass? Don't have, then why you sit down? And you sit down for so long already. Okay. So in practice, the way to remember is very easy one. Cyrus, got thing for you to do. help me hold the camera. Here.
What?
Okay. Hey, look here. In practice, it is very easy one. You have a compass. You can set to any length as long as it is long enough to more than half the length of the line. So if I want to divide this line into two, what is special about this line? The two ends. Okay? In a line, the most special points are the ends already. Right? So you just remember the ends are special. Then if the end is special, where do I put my center? At the end of the ends are special, so I put my center at the end. Okay? Then I keep, stand properly. Put your chair properly. Okay. So the end is special, I put the center at the end. Then I just draw a circle on top of the line and then below the line also. Because I need 2 points. Okay? Then the two ends are special. So I must keep the same distance. Now I put to the other end. Now I put the center at the other end. And then I continue to draw these two arcs above and below. Okay? Then what does that mean? That means this distance over here is the same as this distance over here, is the same as this distance over here, is the same as this distance over here.
Whoa.
So actually I have a rhombus. Then if I join these 2 points together, here will be divided into 2 equal pieces and it will definitely be a 90 degrees. Go, go, go. Texas! Why are you looking at your BLE? Okay? Can? So on a straight line, you want to divide it into 2. Straight line, the 2 special points are the ends. That's why you put the center at the 2 ends. Then you draw the arc above and below, draw the arc above and below. Then join the 2 points. Okay? This is the only way to draw a perpendicular bisector. Only way. Don't go and use your ruler, then put your set square, the triangle one, go and draw a perpendicular line. That one is 0 marks. Okay? The only way to draw a perpendicular bisector is using your compass. Okay? Okay, those with compass go and practice. Question 1, question 2. Those that don't have,